Okay, back at Gladstone Bay. It's been 2 years since we've been here. Look at this spot, amazing. So this time we actually went south of the pier. So when you come in, there's actually two ways you can go in the campsite. You can go north, which is where we stayed last time, or south. We actually decided to go south, and there's a massive amount of room down here, so we can pretty much pick whatever bay we want. We're right on the water's edge. This is absolutely stunning. And the bay itself here is actually really level, so we're going to keep the van hooked up to the car because we're going to go to another spot for the following night. Just to note as well, this is a rock-up camp, so it's basically just pick wherever you want to camp. The prices are $13 for adults, $5 for kids, and there is firewood subject to availability, $15 for a crate. Apparently they bring it to your site, so we'll see. We'll test that out later, see if our firewood arrives. We'll show you around in a minute. Yeah, in like the last sort of 30 minutes, the clouds have really come in. We are keeping an eye on the weather because there is some rain coming in first thing in the morning. So our plan is to try and hook up and be out of here reasonably early. The reason for that is the road's actually pretty chopped, you would have seen when we were driving in, and it won't take much for that to get closed. That would mean we're sort of here for longer than anticipated. But yeah, sometimes you have to change plans on trips. But we'll keep things pretty flexible if we need to. But yeah, that's the plan at this stage. It's weird though, arriving to sort of hot conditions. It was almost 28 degrees at one point, and now it's dropped considerably, probably low 20s. So only in a matter of sort of like 30 minutes. Really interesting. Like most of the camps that we stay at, you need to be self-contained. There's no facilities. There is a toilet, but it can be a bit of a walk depending on where you're camping. So that's us over there in the distance. And over there is the north camping area. Yep, so the north camping area over there is where we stayed a couple of years ago. We thought we'd try the south this time. They're both about the same really. Lots of beachside options available. Back to the van now. We've got a slow roast steak dinner.
Smart, what's this?
Ingenuity. It's called improvising. Oh my gosh, the wind coming through this campsite is insane, and we're trying
all of a sudden,
and we're trying to cook. We've got a slow roast kind of
casserole,
all planned out. Gonna be beautiful. Just diced up some steaks. Gonna be amazing.
And then the wind came in.
The gas just won't stay. So I've got 2 camp chairs behind. Yep, and then I've got my tarp. This is how I'm going to have to cook.
It's not a fire hazard much, is it?
No, it's a way. A full way. I'll be watching it. Alright, let's get our campfire going, hey? So all the hard work with the cooking, with the wind protection, it worked. This is the final result, pretty good. Yum. Beef stew, campfire, beautiful location. So what have you got there, buddy?
Damper.
Damper, yep. And what are the ingredients of damper?
Self-raising flour, tiny bit of salt, and water.
Pretty simple ingredients. Cool. So we've got our campfire going. We're going to use some of the hot coals to cook some damper just to finish off dinner, which would be nice. All right, we've got to dig a hole now. Got our fire been burning, plenty of hot coals in that now. Look at that.
Perfect for damper. There's loads of hot coals you could use.
Okay, we're just using, this has been someone's fire pit before, so we're going to use this to put our damper in. As you can see, there's already coals in there. We've got lots of nice coals here. We want to put a bit of sand over that because we don't want it to be too hot. Not a bad way to say goodnight, hey?
Well, what do you mean, washing up? Or you mean watching the sunset?
Definitely not the washing up. But how's that view? We'll show you the damper, hey?
Yeah.
We'll pull it up. That'll be the last thing for today. Alright, get our damper out. Looks like it's probably done. It's definitely looks all like bread now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So put that somewhere to cool down. Alright, we just pulled our damper out. I don't know if I've burnt it yet. Alright, we had some crispy bits on the outside, but we've taken those off and we're left with a little loaf here. So just gonna chop it up, have it with some butter. Looks good, it's cooked all the way through. So we've decided to try hummus. It's pretty
It's really good.
unconventional, but
It's really good with hummus. I've tried it.
alright. Wanna show us, Max?
And hummus is something we always have.
This is what it looks like with hummus.
I said hummus is something we always have, isn't it, Max?
Yep.
Alright.
It has hummus and butter on it.
Alright, try it. The taste test. Very good.
Yeah. Really good.
Found a bit of an issue tonight. I was just doing an inspection on the car because we're setting off early, and I've noticed that on our awning, so the 30-second awning has these quick release brackets that I've opted for. Just basically two padlocks, one on each side, that holds it into position, and I can only assume it's all the corrugations that we've been doing has actually cracked one side, so it's not sort of very secure at the moment. So I want to see if I've got some bolts to temporarily hold one side. But check this out, that actually sits through just like so, and if I remove it, I'll just show you what's happened. As you see just here, the crack. So look, there's still a circle there. It's still attached to something, but it won't take much for that crack to get worse. So I'm going to chuck a bolt in there now, and then I'll contact 30-second awning when I'm back. May need to maybe run some bolts in there when we're doing kind of off-road tracks and things, but just to kind of secure it a bit more. But you don't know till you try and do a proper shakedown, do you? Always a good idea to have some spare bolts with you when you're traveling. We'll do a spring washer and a regular washer there. Bit of a drench rat. We knew there was some rain coming in this morning, and we wanted to get it out because this road has already seen some heavy rain. A bit more and it'll be closed down, but we managed to just get out. But I'm very, very wet. So that was the quickest getaway I think ever. You know when you're that wet that it's down to your underpants? That's me this morning, guys. We're all very, very wet. That was a very quick pack down. So we found a cafe, we're gonna have some breakfast and work out a plan for the day. We haven't even checked in yet, but we're absolutely drenched through, but we made it. We've come from like 30 degrees yesterday to absolutely down. Yeah, it's very, very wet.
I paid for a river camp.
Yeah.
There's our river. Your car looks mega beastie though. Check that out.
Have a look at the other side.
Looks pretty beastie. What do you reckon? Just thinking about all those cars we passed on the way down that were covered in mud. I reckon they came from here.
Small reprieve from the weather, so I thought I'd do a quick whip around of our site for tonight and tomorrow. Each site comes with a little fire pit for you to use. You do need to use these particular fire pits, so you can't bring your own. But there is wood available to purchase from the station. You can actually mark that as part of your booking. So we're all hiding in the van for dinner tonight. Chili con carne again. Although this is the first time we've had it on this trip. But yeah, we kept things really simple. I was out there trying to warm things up in the rain. I guess it's the one downside of having an outdoor cooking area and not one inside is, you know, if it's wet. But to be honest, there's few and far days where this is an issue during the year. But yeah, quiet one today, enjoying our Starlink connection. Kids have been on their iPads, so I've been able to do a bit of editing, so it hasn't been a lost day, it's just been a quiet one. But yeah, I think we'll have to skip the campfire tonight as well. It's just too wet, and yeah, hopefully tomorrow will be a sunny day. Going for a bit of a drive, but that just gives you an idea of just how much water we've had overnight, and a lot has dried, so it was just super wet yesterday, as you can imagine. Okay, I know we've missed a couple of episodes, but Max's pyro review is back. We're at the Wooramel station. Let's see if it's any good.
That's really good. 9.
Oh, okay. What do you taste it?
Like, that's really not in here.
We're not.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Yeah, quick update of the facilities here at Wooramel Station. We're obviously at the riverside area, but there are camp spots directly adjacent to the cafe. So Max has just done his pyro review. There's actually really nice coffee here that we've had, and there's some food, some brekkie and some dinner options. Nice outdoor sitting area as well. Just up there is an artesian bath. So apparently the water's about 33 degrees, so we might give that one a go later. Now, unfortunately, due to the weather, heavy weather yesterday, the four-wheel driving is closed. So we were planning to do a four-wheel drive track on the property, which is about 70 kilometers. Apparently it's really good, but they've closed it down due to the heavy weather, which is understandable because just look, everywhere you look in this place is just massive puddles of water. So yeah, obviously deemed it to be too muddy, probably going to do a lot of damage to the track. So that's just one of those things, but that's okay. We'll still have a bit of a poke around. But yeah, the cafe's nice, the facilities are good. We have had a few flies today. I think probably the wet weather has drawn them out. Yeah, so we're just having a bit of a wander through the property at the moment. There's actually a variety of different accommodation options here at the station. Behind me are some self-contained sort of tents that are ready to go, so you could book those. They have a shared fire pit and they overlook the river. Yeah, they overlook the dry river. Where there was a river. No, I'm sure it flows at some stage. And there's a whole variety of different other sort of sites as well. There's some overflow behind me, there's some cabins. As we covered earlier, we're in the riverside camping, which actually goes, I think, from 1 to site 80 or something like that. Yeah. So there's heaps of spots there. There are a couple of walks you can do here on the station as well. Pretty wet at the moment. Water everywhere. So I think today might have to be a bit of a quiet one. We might go for a bit of a wander up the river. And our next stop is in Dongra. We might have a look if there's some forward driving options around that area. It's just the way it goes sometimes. You've got to go with the flow when you're traveling. And when there's weather, you just have to be flexible with your plans. Cricket time on the lake. Okay, we've only got 2 stumps, but it'll have to do. Oh, massive hit! Come on, Izzy, you're my fielder. Max is getting the fire going.